another level. I'm on another level. I'm on another level. I'm on another level. I'm on another level.
Y'all get the intro later. Jay, listen to me. Listen to me right now. You said you loyal to who?
I'm loyal to blood. But
Jay, me and you not blood related.
I know I'm loyal to you
cool.
too. But if it come between you and Chris and you in the wrong, he was dogging you out, Chris.
I
He was
didn't
like,
never
how come
dog you
Jay
out.
ain't up there yelling at Chris?
I didn't dog you out though. I just wanted him to be
you said
consistent.
that.
I just wanted him to be consistent. I just said watch
But you
Jay's
wouldn't have said
energy.
that if she was down here, though.
Yes, I would have.
No, you wouldn't have, because she was down here.
That's because you was trying to out me without giving her perspective.
Did that, he missed
All
it.
right, y'all. Basically, what y'all missed is that y'all. Jay has a strict timeline for us to be ready for the podcast, right? If Mike Moss is late coming down here, oh, you gonna hear it. Bro, let me tell you, a couple weeks ago, I needed to iron a shirt. I'm traveling from a suitcase. He's flying us in for these episodes. I needed to iron my shirt. Dude's like, oh, you need an iron? Yeah, Jay, I don't live here. Yeah, bro, my stuff is wrinkled. It's packed up. And then he's gonna try to look at himself and be like, bro, look, yeah, you got a closet, Jay. You live here.
My stuff still be folded in the closet too, though.
Do it?
Yeah.
Why?
It's all good, though. It's all
Average.
good.
My point is this, y'all.
Let's open up the episode, though.
No, I got you. My point is that we need to be loyal across the board. Because who's wrong, Jay?
You are.
I was wrong?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. So we agree to disagree. Matter of fact, we disagree to disagree. I don't even agree to disagree. I know I'm right, but it has nothing to do with y'all. So with that said, welcome back, y'all. It's the Next Level Living Podcast. #1 ranked podcast amongst anybody who likes podcasts. You just saw why. It's your favorite podcast. Favorite podcast.
Yeah.
And I'm back. I know Jeremy feeling good. I don't know how K-Hart feeling after all this deception she just got whispered into.
I got deceived.
Yeah,
I feel like I got slighted a lot.
For sure. Jay did
And it's
you
coming
dirty.
from the left side of the couch.
That's crazy.
Might be to y'all right. But
yeah, I feel good. Thanks for asking how I feel, Mike. I feel good.
I said, I know
Chris,
how you feeling.
I was feeling good when I came down.
Yeah, you had enough time, didn't you?
Yeah, because I have hair. Thank you.
I do too.
So
I just started from the bottom. First of all, why the production team going crazy back there? Like the production team like that joke too much. Like, first of all, that joke is
Hey, low
against
key, our listeners, our viewers are probably going crazy too.
First of all, the joke applies to me and Jeremy. Why do everybody make it seem like
No.
I'm
wait,
the
why
only one
do you
being
pull
slighted?
Jeremy into this?
Yeah,
Jeremy
that's you,
bald
D-Dog.
too. We got the same cut.
No, I'm not.
We are twins.
No,
Yes,
we
you do.
don't.
That's Mr. Potato and I'm Head. We are a team. Like, we are a unit. What do you mean?
Don't suck me into that. I don't have no problem.
You
man.
call yourself head.
right,
Like, why would you do that?
What would you say?
Why would you call yourself
Wow.
head?
So look, today's episode.
That's a good nickname.
Come on, let's bring it in. Let's bring it on.
Okay.
Okay.
Jeremy's getting
We're gonna get
serious.
serious.
Okay.
Let's get serious now. Because we do need to do our shout out
Yes.
for the Speakers Academy.
Yes.
So today, we are going back to Atiya Johnson.
Oh, I remember
Initially, we talked about her 75K gig,
Mm-hmm.
but we didn't talk about how she wanted more for it. They didn't give her more, but she ended up getting blessed in abundance still.
Come on, talk
So I
about
think she
it.
was asking for like 125
Yeah.
and end up getting 75K. Please tell me. Because first of all, I hear 75K.
And that's with
I'm
one
ecstatic.
school, for
That's
sure.
only one school, one contract.
For part-time work.
And
Yeah.
now, with that job, with that gig, she is being put in every school in the state.
in the
Not in the district,
state,
in the
not the
state.
district, not the city, the state.
Wow.
So you
I don't
see,
even know how that's possible. So I'm going to just take this moment in while you keep describing it because that's amazing.
And shout out
Yeah,
to Black Girl
I mean,
Magic, man. Shout out to Atiya Johnson. I love her spirit. I love her energy. Her and her husband be at all the events, all the masterminds we have, the conferences.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't wait to celebrate her this year at our conference. You know we're going to have her on stage.
Of course.
Yeah, she's going to win a couple of awards. So I'm super proud of her. Super duper proud of her. And, you know, we celebrated the 75,000, but when you operate with a spirit of excellence and you got a good heart, they was just like, nah, we want you in every school,
Yeah.
not just in the district, but in the state.
that's wild.
That's bonkers.
different.
Like that's life-changing opportunities to change a whole bunch of lives and give them opportunities.
There's
So,
so
yeah,
much potential within
for
that
sure.
too.
Mm.
Yeah.
And she ain't got to leave the state.
What she gotta say?
Build all that wealth, all that financial success right there from her
You
state.
tell
She
me
ain't
right
gotta
now
go
she could
national.
become a felon and still make all her money because, you know, they can't leave. So, like, she could literally become a felon. Like, I just need perspective. I want everybody just to think, like, this is how my mind works. You didn't think of that, Jay? Because I know people could not leave the state for a while. Like, I don't know if this applies to you, Jay, or not. But
I see what you did there.
You know what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
It's cool.
So
Like,
she could do a crime and then not need to
and
leave.
still could have her gigs because she wouldn't leave the parameters of her jurisdiction. Like,
Or she could leave and travel the world because now she can afford
Right.
to.
Although she would not have
times.
this as a felon because you cannot be in a school as a felon. But anyway, that's just
That's deep.
logistics.
So what we talking about today?
Mrs. Details.
Don't do a crime. Moral of the story.
Well, of course, y'all don't do a crime. But if you do, just make a nonviolent
okay.
offense and like tax type stuff because they don't give as many.
For sure. And make sure you got that alibi covered
for
too.
sure.
Yes.
For sure.
But anyway,
Different between 2 years and life. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't know. I just documentaries. A&E, y'all. A&E.
I
You know what I'm
promise we
saying?
have a topic today, though. I promise we do.
what we talking about today?
Hey, sure. We can talk about.
what?
We can talk
We
about
can
my
do
way.
it your way?
We can do it my way, or we
No.
can do it whose way, Jay?
Yahweh.
Okay, let's do it
Yeah.
Yahweh. Clearly, my way ain't been working. Clearly,
My
y'all.
way version. So I coined this phrase years ago when I would speak, and I would just tell people, like, there was a time in my life when I was trying things my way and it didn't work out. I would lose, but I tried the Yahweh's and I began to win. For those of y'all that don't know, Yahweh is another name for God, right? So like Jesus, Yahshua, the Messiah, like it's another name for God. People be feeling like, but there was no J in the Bible back in the day. Okay, well, his name was actually, saying Yahshua. So Yahweh is another name for God. And so I tried it my way. I lost. I tried it Yahweh's. I started winning. So I didn't try it my way. It's like, okay, what's the way that God has for me? And that's what we're talking about today in this episode. So I'm going to ask you, Chris, and then I'm going to ask Mike, some things, some areas in their lives when they wanted to maybe do things their way. Maybe they tried it and it didn't work out. And then they said, okay, let me try it God's ways or Yahweh's. And it began to work out. So we're going to talk about that. And then we'll talk about the complexities of it. Because sometimes it's hard. Yeah. I got some things in my life now which is like, I really want to do it my way, but I'm believing that God wants me to do something different. But I just honestly don't want that. Yeah. But it's just like, but he knows what's best for me. But I'm like, I still don't want it. And so it's kind of weird. Mm-hmm. I'm in that weird space. What about y'all? What y'all think about that?
Well, for me, in my career, for those of you who don't know, I'm in the music industry and I manage artists. For me, it's been quite the journey. I've been through a lot of different camps, and initially I was like trying to make certain things work for so long. And it was like, I was kind of like battling against my spirit. Like God told me like, no, this is not where I want you. And I'm like, yeah, but this is where I want to be. And so then I would pray for him to like help me in this situation. He's like, why am I about to like, yeah, okay, I'll make sure you good. But like, why am I going to help you in this situation? This is not where I want you. So eventually you're going to see that and you're going to let me do it my way. And so I struggled with it for a long time. But then once I kind of like was still for a minute and I backed up and I stopped trying to do things my way, God was able to intervene and set me up for an even better situation than the one I was fighting for. And so now it's like I have so much peace where I am. It's like there's levels to it, but I have so much peace in knowing that I feel like I'm in alignment versus me trying to force my alignment. And so now I'm just like, I can't wait to see what's next in this journey, in this path, because if it ever starts to feel like I'm fighting like I was before, I'm like, I don't want that. I don't want those problems, because I know that God is just like, okay, well, if you don't do it this way, I'm gonna have to wait for you to let me come in so that I can do my job. And so that's one thing that I'm so grateful for right now. Is like allowing him to do his thing, and then me just being able to see everything that he's doing within me and not know it, but trust that he has the best plan for me.
Yeah.
So,
That's good.
You know
That's
what?
good.
Hearing you talk, Kay, like, I want you to do that more. Like, I love the fact that our listeners are hearing maybe for the fourth time, just getting a brand new perspective of hearing like your career and how you have kind of gone through that. Like, that's pretty dope. Like, I really rock with that.
It's crazy because I'm gonna say this real quick, Mike. I know the situation you're talking about, and you really wanted to make it work, but it wasn't good for you. And it was toxic. And you was like, man, I put so much in. It's like I've got so much equity with this artist. But God was like, baby, I got equity with you.
right.
And
Right.
this is not working out. and this is not what's best for you, and this ain't the
Yes.
environment, and you taking on this stress, it's impacting your relationship, it's impacting your health, you know what I'm saying? And so you made that decision and felt a lot lighter, and now I see the positions you in now.
Yeah, and I ain't
And
even
you-
shared everything on the
you-
podcast. I'm just like, ooh, one day. But
Right. So I get it now,
Yeah.
but you didn't know.
no.
You was just thinking like, man, God, I was able to do boom, boom, boom. And he was like, but I've got so much
Yeah,
more
he
for
was
you
like,
over here.
you thinking too low level, though.
But what's your handle on Instagram?
Dream big, do bigger.
Come on. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Dream big, do
But
big.
it feel
That's
like it just
crazy.
feels so good to be in this space right now.
Yeah.
And it doesn't feel like I'm fighting him.
Right.
So yeah.
And I think that's the thing about being in alignment. It's like, okay, I don't have to fight it. I know you with me. I know
Yeah.
you got a plan.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna just rock out and listen and take the approach you want me to take and trust it's your responsibility to work it out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking like, shoot, I'm about to just do what you told me to do, but it ain't my responsibility to make sure it
No.
blow up or go viral or whatever.
And if it
I'm
does,
just gonna show up.
okay, that's what it was supposed to do.
Right. And if not, then that's
yeah,
cool. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? But I think when you get to that point, it's like, okay, I'm at peace. I'm good. I did what you told me to do. God, you take it from there. That's the sweet
And
spot.
it was so hard because I do like to be proactive in everything and like, make sure I'm mapping out everything. But then once I took this approach, I was like, I've been doing myself a disservice because I don't need to know the answers.
Yeah. And we're talking about like my way versus Yahweh. It's like, so my way and my wish is for you to work with us full time. And I'm believing in the future, that's going to be Yahweh's plan too.
He threw that curve in there. Y'all saw that? Okay.
You ain't got to move here
We-
to Atlanta.
Since when?
I'm saying she can
when?
still stay in LA. She don't got to move
It
here.
depends what Yahweh say.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because I ain't never seen JB.
I know he's never
you
said
told
that
me
to
you was
me.
going to come here, but then you just haven't made that move yet.
Give me
So
the
I
camera.
have to learn to curb
Give
my
me the
expectations.
camera.
Give me the camera.
Yeah,
How
it's
much,
okay.
How much time you got,
But
Jay?
it's okay.
You want to play that?
So no, okay. So
Yeah,
look,
no.
Chris,
Tell the viewers. Tell the viewers you don't
so
want to play
you-
that, Jay.
he said, but he hijacking
You don't get
your
to play
segment.
me and then just go on. Like they're
I'm
gonna
about
comment
to pass
me.
it to you. I'm about to behind the back
I'm
pass.
about
Watch
to
this.
pass it to you. Cap,
So
y'all.
I would love to see. Chris. But again, just whenever you're ready, cuz we ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna get my paper up so I can afford you. You know what I'm saying? And before you know it, Mike, he gonna stick with his commitment and being. But I know delayed is not denied.
Yeah.
And I know it's only a matter of time, big dog.
God told me to tell you there's some stuff you don't have because you're still trying to prove to people you are who he said you are.
I am who I am today because I mastered the art of releasing. You guys need to be here. I'm telling you, this whole experience has changed my whole entire life and my speaker brand.
I've been doing it for 16 years. Never went to a person and said, and then can you lie to me?
Some people will never be able to deal with their dysfunction until they discover their destiny.
Love, you can't stop me. I can't stop myself.
I've been doing this for 11 years. I've never seen anybody like Jeremy.
It was life-changing. I mean, I was just in awe.
You gon' block me? Now ask me how I feel, knowing nobody can stop me. Woo! Y'all can't stop me. Ask me how I feel, knowing nobody can stop me. Yeah. Y'all can't stop me. Only person stopping me is me and homie. Y'all can't stop me.
Yeah.
He said,
Yeah. So your way versus Yahweh. Because your way would have been to be here a year ago, right? But obviously that wasn't a part of God's plan. Because we weren't even ready to receive you yet, truth be told. Like we still need to get some more things in alignment. You know what I'm saying? So that it makes sense and it's a win for everybody.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is that by you actually being truthful to your process, it actually ended up blessing me to be able to keep doing both.
Mm-hmm.
Because now I'm figuring out ways to manage both and still take myself to the next level, doing it Yah's ways.
Mm-hmm.
Yah's way.
Just take out that first S.
Yahweh's. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the deep laugh that you be doing that be killing me. You could have chuckled. It's the
Let me try to chuck.
Yeah. There you go. It was
That
just
feels fake.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, like I do really feel like God really be doing his thing. And it takes a lot of pressure off when you don't sabotage yourself by trying to control it. You know what I'm saying? Like I wanted to come out here so bad, bro. I was excited. You know what I'm saying? Like I was looking forward to it. And I started telling people about it early on just to make sure that I didn't allow my comfort zone to keep me from coming. I was like, nope, you done put too much in there, you invested in it. And God was just like, all right, I appreciate you being ready, but now I'm gonna stop it. Now I'm gonna hold it off. And I'm not done with you, but we done with it for now. You know what I'm saying? And so now that we're in this new season, it ain't changed nothing. We still good. We still rocking. Like next level is over everything. Like it's still the family, but it just looks a different way. And so now, man, God is just allowing us he's increasing our territory and is allowing me to embrace the process of being uncomfortable. Like, man, y'all, I cannot tell y'all how much peace comes with being uncomfortable when you're not responsible for my own security.
Right.
Like when I give God permission to make sure that I'm taken care of, I only have to worry about being obedient to the process.
I feel that,
Right.
yeah.
Y'all, I know I'm going to get y'all tired out with this new journey that I'm on. It's just that that's all I know right now. So that because it's always teaching me something new, that's where my analogy and my relations comes from in terms of relating to this topic. But I've never cooked. Like I've never cooked food. Like I've had little things to keep me alive. It wasn't cooking, y'all. Like I don't know what I was doing. Might have been microwaving some meat that was pre-cooked before, putting it on some rice that I was reading. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't cooking. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I had somebody coming to me a couple weeks ago and was laughing at me. I had my headphones in. I had everything, all my vegetables and stuff on the stove. And they came in laughing. It's like, you are so funny. I was like, I didn't tell a joke. And her response to me was like, oh, I didn't mean like that. I was like, well, okay, this is awkward. So get to it. And her point was that, oh, Mike, I've just seen you for like the last 6 years and I've never seen you in the kitchen cooking. She's like, but this last 2 or 3 weeks, you turned into a chef. Like, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm desperate. I'm desperate. I cannot stay the same no more. And I have a deadline on that. I am tired of doing life my way.
Yes.
Was you about to say? I thought you was cutting me off. What the heck was you doing?
No, keep it on him.
Oh my God! I thought he flexed at me.
No, I caught a cramp in my
I thought you
back.
trying to punch me. I thought you said, "Shut up! You talking too long."
gosh.
But y'all, seriously, like when you give God the reins to your life, like, of course, let's talk about it. It's scary, right? Like it's extremely uncomfortable, but it's also freeing. Like if you value peace, begin to. Number one, please begin to. If you aren't intentional about what it is that you want for your life, you need to make a list of the things that you would like most in your life and include the things that matter that other people will never know about. I'm talking about joy. I'm talking about peace. I'm talking about true love. Not another person, just loving yourself. Like truly like acceptance of what is and who you are and what you can become. Like when you start thinking of those things, like all of a sudden, money doesn't become the motivation. Peace does. You know what I'm saying? Like when your family may be drifting apart, but on Instagram, you're a success, you start wanting to mend relationships. You want to start calling and making that call for forgiveness. I forgive you, or I need forgiveness. You know what I'm saying? Like
So do me a favor. So tell me about a time now, currently, previously, when you wanted to do things your way, and then God was like, bump that, that's not what I have for you. And then you realize like, okay, I was tripping.
my weight.
Okay.
For sure. Like I told y'all, like this is I'm going to be, now that we've opened up the can, like I'm just gonna talk about it. Like I'm learning so much about myself.
So, but
now.
what exactly was your way? Because you just said your way. So it's like,
my way was being comfortably unsuccessful. I was comfortably losing. I was comfortably failing constantly, bro. Like, how do I put this? Like, I wasn't happy about the fact that I weighed so much, but it wasn't my number one focus. Like, it wasn't that big of a deal to me. Like what meant more to me was how I was as a person or what I was focused on doing. But what I realized is that slowly it started deteriorating things that did matter to me. My knees were hurting when I tried to run. I couldn't play basketball like I used to. Like people, you go on a plane and people look at you just like, man, you're big. Did you used to play football? And I was just like, dang, that's crazy. I used to be point guard in basketball. Like you ain't even the right sport. Like, did I play football? No, ma'am. I'm not a linebacker, man. I'm a shooting guard. She like, okay. Okay. But think about it, y'all. Like, as funny as it is, think about how humbling it is when you don't even look like a resemblance of what you're supposed to be.
Wow.
When people can't even notice what's inside of you because you don't even resemble what it is you're supposed to be. Now, granted, y'all, we can laugh at this because I like being bigger, right? So the jokes and stuff like that, don't get it twisted. Don't feel bad for me. Like,
What you mean when you say you like being bigger?
Okay, so when I was younger, bro, right when I got to college, I was 163 pounds. And
you was a skinny
remember,
mini.
yeah, watch out though. So I remember like talking to a girl one time, and she was just like, Mike, you cute, but you just too little for me. And I was just like, what? Too little? I was just like, ain't nobody gonna ever say that. I didn't feel like a man no more. I was like a little. I felt like she just looked at me and was just like, you are a boy. Like, that's cute, but you a boy. And I was just like, never again.
They don't say that to you now, though,
bro.
my boy.
What? Oh,
I'm done.
look at
All right, guys.
Oh, lemon pepper wings, mama. Ross, Moss, stick it to the limit, eating to the limit. Okay, what we doing? Why am I this childish? At this point, it's my fault. Like, this is accountability looks like. I'm done with this part. The part is over, okay? The joke's over.
So,
but go ahead. But,
I got you.
Okay.
And I kind of set you up.
What we doing?
No, I got you. So your way was just being comfortable.
Being comfortable, bro.
I'm gonna eat what I want to eat.
Bro.
I'm gonna eat what I want to eat.
He can't speak. My gosh, this is
I'm
a
gonna eat what I want
podcast.
to eat. I'm gonna eat when I want to eat. I'm gonna eat how I want to eat. Right? That was your way, you know. But Yahweh was like, nah. You're gonna do a detox. You're gonna juice. You're gonna be on a certain type of diet, and you're not gonna eat after a certain time.
Bro, okay. You just did it. All right, y'all. Congratulations. Everybody clap it up. We just got to the pivotal part of the podcast. You just did it, Jay.
Oh,
you,
okay.
You don't even realize it. I was frustrated last year. I felt I wanted to be in Atlanta so bad. I just thought about this. I was so mad when I wasn't able to be here by the deadline that we did, and I didn't have a reason why. I was frustrated. Let me tell you, do you know that everything that I was praying and asking God for happened just from me start sticking to my diet? Let me just tell y'all what this man did. I don't know how God works and does this type of stuff. Jeremy has started almost managing my life since I started doing this. Bro, Jeremy has taken probably the biggest active interest in my success to losing weight. He's never mentioned to me before that I was too big or anything like that. He just loved me in wherever space I was at. But as soon as he saw that I wanted to do the best thing for my life, he said he would do anything to make it successful. Bro, you stepped in, and I was like, how can I be a bigger part of Next Level? I want to do more. This dude started like, bro, once you do this, do you understand you a guru? Do you understand we're going to have to make things for you? We're going to have to plan out something. He started doing things for me I didn't even know was possible simply because he was just impressed that I was so serious about this. So my thing is that my frustration was from God not giving me what I wanted. And God was like, you're not even who Jay can use yet. You're not even what Jay needs to actually put in that position. You're going to ruin it if you don't have what it takes when Jay puts you in this position. So for me, I'm sitting here and I, you know what I did, bro? I gave up. I said, God, you know what? I don't know. I love this. I love this so much. I want to be a part of this so much. I'm waiting on you, and I stopped working on me.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
That's the bar, yo. I stopped waiting on you and I stopped working on me. And as soon as I start working on me without expectation, this dude found me. Bro, you found me, bro. And I'm telling you, bro, you left me a voice message one time. You probably don't even remember it. But I'm telling you, you was like, Mike, I don't care who you got in your corner. I don't care who is helping you. I don't care who's telling you they support you. He's like, bro, don't nobody support you more than me. And bro, when I tell you, dog, like, man, bro.
Yeah.
It was one of them. You know what I'm saying?
I already know. And for
But
me,
yeah.
because I know we like food. Me and Mike, we don't drink, we don't smoke.
Yep.
It's like we're gonna celebrate, we're gonna break bread, we're gonna eat. And so he was doing something that I was like, that was hard for me to be like, yo, I'm gonna go straight plant-based. Like I'm gonna go straight juice, detox. Like, and so for the love I have for you, I'm like, bruh, I'm already seeing the spirit realm, the breakthroughs God gonna give you financially, holistically, relationship wise, like mentally, like I'm seeing a whole nother level of you And I was just like, yo, if you can just master that. But I know sometimes when you embarking upon something really, really heavy, you need somebody that's also lifted heavy to be in your corner. That's like, bro, I love you. I got your back. I'm thinking about you. And God just be having you on my heart. Bro. That's why I hit you at the most random times.
And every time it's the perfect time. I be struggling so much. And I'm just like, listen, I just had a bad day where either I ate a meal because something didn't go the way the day happened. I wasn't able to get to the grocery store. My card, somebody got fraud on my car. Somebody tried to get my car, so my car wasn't working. I went and grocery shopped. I'm in the thing, embarrassing myself, like looking like I don't have no money on my account. And I got all of this stuff. I'm actually trying to do the right thing.
Yeah.
And there's hiccups
and that's the devil.
Like, bro, you know what I'm saying? And I'm sitting there. And then the whole next day, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, you know what? Forget all this, bro. I'm about to go get a burger. And like I know it's gonna make me feel better.
And you're not talking about like a plant-based burger.
Bro, I'm not, bro. I'm talking about bread. I'm talking about extra condiments. I'm talking about everything that I'm not supposed to have on this sheet. Turn the phone off.
Mayo, mustard, all that.
I need extra of it all.
Yeah.
You know why? Because I haven't had it in so long. I want to remind myself of what I used to have when I was my happiest, was in small moments. It wasn't a longevity thing. I had to keep eating because I couldn't be happy long term.
Wow.
So right now, I have to remind myself that it's okay to be uncomfortable or unhappy when I'm drinking a smoothie because it makes me so much happier long term.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how good it feels to be celebrated for something that I'm not even confident in. People are complimenting me on a weight that I'm losing, and I don't even feel responsible for it because I'm just being obedient. It's almost like you say, like it's Yah's way.
Yep.
Like it's literally Yah's way. Like I can't even get excited or take like confident credit for what I'm doing because I'm literally following someone else's God.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Coach James, but like God is the one who did it. Man, bro, like it's different, man.
But you know, you got your brothers that's gonna hold you accountable.
For sure.
That's gonna give you the game, the insight, and now you gotta just go through and execute it. And so I tap in with you from time to time because I know you're like, I'm not doing it my way, I'm doing the Yahweh's, I'm doing the plan that God has for me. And sometimes that can be frustrating. No, let's talk about that. Can be lonely. You know, sometimes the plan God has for you can be depressing, can be very frustrating. You can kind of feel like, man, why things ain't working out. People don't really understand me. Like people not really seeing me. You can feel unappreciated, but you still got to show up every single day and handle your business. And I know how taxing emotionally that can be. And so in this episode, y'all, we're not just talking about, you know, weight loss or whatever. We're just talking about really gaining clarity.
For sure.
Right. And we realize, I think what gives me the most peace is I know, Chris, I'm like, man, I don't really know what's best for me, but God does.
God does, exactly.
So God does. So
God
he should do a song called God Does. Yeah. So for me, I don't know all the different plans, but I just know if I keep seeking the one that makes the plans for me, I'm gonna be Gucci. For a long time, I tried it my way. I wanted to do things a certain type of way, and it wasn't working. When I got in alignment with God, it was like, all right, big guy, what you got for me? Close the doors you don't want me to go through, open the ones you do want me to go through. And if I'm not sure, put qualified, certified people in my life that I can get some advice from, because I don't always have the answers. Sometimes I'll be lost. Sometimes I'll be like, man, should I do this or that? Or am I tripping? Am I looking at it wrong? I need some perspective. Let me get somebody that can challenge me.
And the thinking can just discourage you on its own.
Goodness.
Like not knowing the answer.
Overwhelming, consuming. Yes. So now I tap in with people because the Bible says there's safety in the multitude of counsel. So now I'm tapping in with people like, hey, is this what you would suggest I do? I'm thinking about this. This is how I'm feeling. Am I tripping? Like, what's your thoughts? And then they give me that thought and insight, and then I'm able to go from there. You know what I'm saying? And so your takeaway should be, okay, who are the people within my community? Who are the people I have relationships with that I can get advice and insight from? You know what I'm saying? How do I figure out what's my will versus what God's will? Oftentimes, we're going to want to do things our way. Yeah. So if you're like, I'm not really sure if this is God's will, well, does it glorify him or does it please you?
Does it feel too comfortable for
you? Know what I'm saying? Does it feel too comfortable for you? You know what I'm saying? Because there are times when we pursue comfort and we pursue safety. And God is like, I need you to pursue me. And by pursuing me, that means you got to pursue the cross. That means this thing that you're about to experience, this thing you're about to embark upon, it's going to be painful, it's going to be challenging, it's going to be frustrating, you're going to feel lonely, you're going to feel misunderstood. but it's going to produce something even stronger and even more powerful inside you. And that's what God is ultimately want to do. He didn't already die for your sins now. He didn't already sent his son. Now he just like, okay, let me make you stronger now. So we ain't walking around here weak, but saved and sanctified. Like, let me make you powerful. Let me make you more anointed. Let me give you more clarity, more focus, more drive, more grit. You know, it's in a stronger perspective, a pure heart. So you can really be the force out here in the world that God has called you to be. It's a dark world we live in. Folks out here hurting. Folks out here struggling. Folks out here trying to figure out how they're going to get by. But God wants you to use you. Yeah, you that's listening or watching right now. Y'all see us, we regular people. Y'all, we be acting up. We be cutting up. Sometimes we laugh at something way longer than we could have. We just having a good time, right? But now we talking about that real. So you got to ask yourself, what is God calling you to do? What is God calling you to have? What is he calling you to accomplish? What is he calling you to experience for you to go to that next level? Always grateful.
Never settle.
So you got to ask yourself, like, okay, what is it that I got to do? What pivots, what adjustments do I got to make? And you ask yourself, okay, I got multiple options. This is what I want. And this is really what I want. But God, is that what you have for me? Like, I'm in that place right now. I'm like, I really don't want to go this route, but this is the route that God wants me to go with. So I'm going to rock with it because that's what he has for me, because he knows what's best for me. Because when I was in my mama's womb, when I was in my mama's stomach, he already had a plan for me. He'd already approved of me. He already knew, you know what I'm saying, the plans that he had for me, the plans to give me a hope in the future. He wanted to prosper me. He already had that stuff pre-planned, preset. He was like, this is what I have for my son. And all I got to do now is follow his cues, and I'm going to keep winning. And I believe when we can really master that, then we master a next level living.
Like, comment, and
see y'all next week. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all that. We'll see y'all next week.
Yeah.